And we're back. Another episode of Sports, and more sports. We got Dez as usual, and we've got golf expert Zane in the building today as the 125th U.S. Open is this weekend, and he's also an OKC fan. So this is a big episode for us. Welcome on, Zane.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Anytime, bro.
So how are we feeling going into Game 3 tonight?
You know, I'm a big fan of OKC, and, I'd love to see them win their first title in Oklahoma City. But it hurts seeing a franchise from Seattle move there and not have the same kind of results or the same result that would have been kind of expected with Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Ibaka, James Harden. So, kind of feels like a makeshift title. But, hey, go OKC.
So you say you've been a fan since the Sonics days?
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 24.
Okay. So when did you get into sports? Sorry,
No, I've been into sports all my life. So, Kevin Durant being our last first-round pick was a big deal. Big deal for us.
When you were 5, that was a big deal to you?
Oh my god, dude.
8? Yeah.
Jeez.
No, I'm just playing around, dude. They're not sick, dude. I wish I'm just too dumb. I don't remember the Patriots, Tom Brady's first couple Super Bowls and the Red Sox 04. So I'm honestly just impressed. That's sick. But that's cool. That's cool. Did you ever what's your how'd you get the tie to OKC/Seattle?
So my dad grew up in Washington, so I'm a big fan of all Seattle sports, whether it's the Supersonics, the Mariners, the Seahawks. In terms of hockey, I'm a fan of the Golden Knights just because it's the first professional team from Nevada, and I was born in Nevada, even though my dad was born and raised in Washington. That's the first chance that I've had to kind of root for a team on my own.
Yeah. Are you a Kraken fan at all now? You must be, right?
Secondary for sure.
Secondary, yeah. Hard not to root for
that.
them.
That must have been pretty hype though, getting both those franchises added on a little bit later. That's actually pretty cool. Both of them.
Oh, definitely. And once the NBA expands to Vegas, that's going to be my number one team.
Yeah, they'll
until the Supersonics get back.
Yeah, they'll definitely do Vegas soon.
Yeah.
They already got football there. They got obviously hockey there now, so they'll definitely do NBA soon.
Are the Athletics playing there? Where are the Athletics playing right now?
They're not there yet, but
they're playing out of Sacramento.
Yeah, but they'll be there. Yeah, they're moving too. So
they're only going to move here in maybe 28, and who fucking cares about the A's?
They got a good they got a lot of prospects and stuff like that. Sorry.
We might be seeing Moneyball the sequel real soon.
Sorry about it's pouring here, thunder and lightning, so sorry if I jump a little bit.
You guys are good. Don't worry about it.
Hey, thunder and lightning, man. Hey, that's a good omen for Zane tonight.
The U.S. Open. We're gonna make our picks today officially.
Yes. So as you can see, I'm wearing all black. I'm going to a funeral for the players' scores this week. Man, it's gonna be a bloodbath. In 2007, Angel Cabrera won at Oakmont with a score of +5, champion. I think I was talking to y'all in the group chat, Grant Horvat, a YouTube golfer, +5 handicap. I know you know what that means, man. Andrew, I'm not gonna even bother explaining that to you, but
Thank you.
It means it's really good. He tried to hit a chip shot from the rough. It didn't move. It just didn't move. Rory McIlroy shot an 81 in the practice round.
Was that okay?
Scotty
So
said,
is 81 good or bad? I didn't know if that was good or bad.
really bad for a professional.
Okay.
Good for it's good for me. I'll take an 81. It's not bad, but that's that's horrendous for a PGA.
I couldn't tell with the Twitter comments and stuff like that because the way people were talking was that was good, and I was like I didn't know if that was 100% good or not.
That's probably in NFL terms throwing like 5 or 6 picks in a game.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely in terms of like a snow game for sure.
Yeah. So it's a great comparison.
100 yards, but the QB just fucking does nothing.
Yeah.
I saw the video of someone putt they hit a putter like 125 yards, and that to me like they were like, that's insane. Like how fast
Dude,
they were
that's
moving 100.
dumb, bro.
Yeah. Like they're saying the greens are like glass. I got a lot of references of glass. Like it's
glass. Yeah, I was gonna say like a road. That's like you just put it down your driveway or whatever.
So
exactly.
They were saying like they were hoping
it's like putting it down to your stop sign and hoping it stops on the way.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
They were saying like they hoped it rained so it could like I guess make it more fresh or something like
yeah,
that.
Soften it.
Soften it. They were hoping it for rain. So, but yeah, it's gonna be.
They're gonna have to hope and pray a little bit harder because it's gonna be tough.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. My boss won't be there tomorrow morning, so I'll actually be able to watch and not get in trouble this time.
Let's go. I got in trouble at work for using the work computer to record, so I'm back to the McDonald's parking lot.
But so who do you have winning, Zane and Des?
Zane, you go first.
So
Zane, do you do our Facebook thing, like the Pick 5?
I don't. I don't have Facebook at all.
Okay, respect.
Well, my safe pick for the week is going to be Scotty, of course. It's just a great player who can always seem to find the fairway. If his putter's working for him this week, it's going to be tough to find somebody that can beat him on this course. My dark horse for this week is going to be Ben Griffin. Last 3 or 4 tournaments he's played in, he's played top 10 in all of them. So if you want to find a sneaky good pick for maybe a top 10 finish for the books, I'd say Ben Griffin is a good choice for sure.
Ben Griffin, he's been relevant, right? Didn't he like just win or almost just win a few days ago?
Yeah, he's been top 10 in the last few tournaments he's played in. I think he played in the tournament last week where he was top 10 as well. That might have locked him into a position for the tournament this week.
And as you guys can see, Zane is golfing right now. To answer your question, no, he's not playing in the U.S. Open tomorrow, but he is golfing right now. He's a head golfer. One day, bro. One day, you and me.
Yes, sir.
A cool little tidbit I just saw actually is a dentist is played a practice round with Scotty Scheffler this week. That's the beauty of these opens, man. I love it.
Oh, for sure. It's these pro-ams before the tournament that, anybody can, have a chance to play with these pros and kind of see their game. See a chance for a carefree 65 or something like that out there.
Yeah, that's
for Oakmont this week, it's going to be a carefree 74, but depends on the course and depends on the week.
Yeah. Have either of you guys looked into the weather? Because I feel like the weather could make or break it.
I have not, actually.
Yeah. I guess we should ask for VAR since he's gone.
Anyways, sorry about that. But what about the groupings for this is actually pretty insane too. Like I know Scotty's with like Victor and someone else with big names. I know Rory's in a big group as well as far as like the big names go, obviously. Like the groupings to this is actually pretty insane is what I saw. Yeah,
I haven't looked yet. I just had a busy week otherwise. Tomorrow morning I'll definitely log into those. I remember the Masters groupings were good. I'm sorry, the PGA. I guess both, but it should be good.
Yeah. It's always nice seeing these big names get paired with each other. But I'm more of the, I don't care if Rory plays with Spieth and DeChambeau or JT and Scheffler. I'd like to see these names get kind of spread out where, Scotty may play with a couple of the Monday qualifiers or a couple of the qualifiers who, don't show up or don't know they're in until Tuesday or Wednesday morning. That way it just kind of spreads TV time and kind of gives more airtime to these these, long shots who you never know if they have a chance to make it, kind of like Michael Block last year.
Yeah.
At the PGA.
Yeah, maybe they should pair them with like the U.S. Am champ and the U.S. Mid Am champ, and give them their flowers.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, but we mentioned a big name. So Andrew, what are your picks? What's your champ? What's your pick 5?
So my champ is gonna be, I'm gonna mispronounce this because I do it every time. And Des, you get me every time.
Yeah, I got you.
My champ is gonna be Ludwig Aberg.
Ludwig Aberg.
That's it. That's gonna be
Aberg, actually.
Yep, Aberg. That's my champ this time. I'm feeling good. My gut's telling me he's got this. So that's gonna be my champ. I'm 2 for 2 so far in the year. So
yeah, we're going for the pros now.
So I feel like he was up there with the Masters. Kind of I think fell a little bit towards the end. I don't remember exactly where he was in the last one. But I feel like this is anyone's game. There's not like 100% like clear favorite due to the course being the way it is. If it was like a normal kind of course, I probably would go to Scotty again. But with it just being so uncertain, I feel like this is definitely a time to kind of go with maybe someone that's not like he's up there. Obviously, he's a top golfer.
Yeah.
Like he's obviously a tier 1, so it's a chance for anyone to I think win it that is actually like a decent golfer.
Yeah.
I mean, anyone can win.
Yeah,
it. You get what I'm saying?
I like that pick because obviously the big headline in golf for a while was can Rory do the slam, and obviously he just did that. And then there was kind of that month where it's like, okay, can Scotty win one besides the Masters? And he put that to bed real quick. So I guess kind of now the big headline is can Scotty do the slam, but the mini headline is like, can Ludwig perform outside of Augusta? Because he did good at the U.S. Open last year. He was in contention, but I believe he missed a cut at the PGA last month and a couple others last year, or one other last year. So he's got all the talent in the world. I mean, the dude was built in a lab to play professional golf, but he was. And I like that pick. But speaking of people built in a lab, I'm going Bryson DeChambeau. I mean, this dude was built in a lab for U.S. Opens. Reigning U.S. Open champion, can hit it 800 yards. Not actually, but he probably will one day. But, I mean, he's just built for U.S. Opens. The 2-time U.S. Open champion, also won in 2020. Sorry, some little child just screamed at me in the McDonald's parking lot. I guess I'll stop.
I know but yeah, I would see.
I was gonna say, so after the Masters, I was all in on Rory winning the U.S. Open because he's finished runner-up the last 2 years, and kind of the Masters when I thought the lid was off, but he didn't do well at the PGA. Missed the cut at this week's Canadian Open by 12 strokes, and I mean the dude's just not there right now. I don't blame him. I probably after winning the Masters in that fashion with all the storylines and all that, I'd probably take a year off. So I don't blame the dude. But that was my pick. But I think Scotty will win the British Open. So I think it's just a little too good to be true for him to complete the career Grand Slam this year and win 3 in 1 year. So I'm going Bryson, the next man up. That'd be stupid, bro.
That would be, dude. There wouldn't even be words to describe that. Like, it would be speechless.
We'd be on serious Tiger Watch. We'd have no other choice.
Yeah.
No, you say it's Tiger Watch, but it's nothing near it.
But if he does
stretch. No, it's a great stretch of golf for his career, for sure. But you're talking about a guy who spent 7 or 8 years at the number 1 spot on the ranking of the official world golf rankings. Like, I don't know the number off the top of my head, but let's say, Scotty's ranked 1 for the 60th week this week. He's still 500 weeks from reaching Tiger's record.
Yeah, I mean, Tiger Woods was number 1. He was number 1 in the world. He had the longest streak at number 1 in the world and the second longest streak at number 1 in the world. Which is
for sure
stupid.
No, anybody's 500 weeks away from his record. It's a ridiculous number for how good Tiger was.
No, you're right. I mean, I'm not going to say that. But yeah, I won't be saying that. But maybe the real sports podcasters probably will be saying that. That third spot, if he completes the career Grand Slam, man, I mean, that's a short list as we saw in April. And to win 3 in 1 year, the last person to do that was definitely Tiger. So, it's Tiger Jack, 1A, 1B, whatever you want to do it. But then that third one's up for grabs for sure. So we're on, I guess maybe.
I think the last one to complete 3 in a year was Spieth. If I remember correctly, he only won 2. He only won 2 in his.
He won Masters. He started off. That was back when the U.S. Open was still the second major. So he won Masters, U.S. Open, 4th at British Open, 2nd at PGA. So he was like really close.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we did our champs. Andrew, who are your your sleepers, your value picks?
So obviously tier 2 is my guy, Victor Hovland, right? I'll always tier 3 was Jason Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those
I don't even know why I asked.
Yeah, put those in pen. Tier 4 is Justin.
Oh, no, Adam Scott. Adam Scott's been playing well so far this year.
Adam Scott's had a really sneaky, solid last couple of years. He still can play.
Tier 4 is Justin Rose. I feel like the value was just too good at 4.
Insane, bro.
Like,
Runner-up in 2 of the last 3 majors.
Yeah,
didn't do great at the PGA, but obviously great at the Masters. Runner-up last year at the Open. I like that pick a lot.
But getting him in tier 4, I mean, you're talking.
That's stupid.
I couldn't pass up the value seeing his name. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
And then tier 5, even though I don't know any of these people, I went with Harrison Ott. So
what's his name?
Harrison Ott. OTT is the last name.
Is he an amateur?
No, it did not have an A next to his name.
Okay.
So,
good. That's how you distinguish it.
Just saw the Ott, and I was like, in my head just went, he's gonna win.
Yeah.
So that's
all right, I'm gonna get mine. But Zane, start lining up your putt, buddy.
Oh no, I've already got it lined up. I'm ready to go.
Sweet. All right, I'm gonna rattle off my pick. Oh shit! I don't know why I said Scotty in our group chat. I definitely went Bryson. I definitely have to double check that. So I went Bryson. Then I went Shane Lowry. I think it was top 5. Definitely top 10. Top 5 at Oakmont in 2016. The last time the U.S. Open was played there. Dustin Johnson won. So Bryson, Shane Lowry. No shit. These are my Masters picks. Sorry, 1 second.
Oh my lord.
Oh, I got it. Okay. Bryson, Shane Lowry, JJ Spawn, who lost in a playoff to Rory McIlroy in the Players, has been, he's a nice little steady come up. This could be a welcome to the league, moment for him this week. Group 4, I went Matty Fitz. Justin Rose was very tempting, but Matty Fitzpatrick, he was, I think, tied for 3rd at the PGA last month, so that's insane value. Former U.S. Open champion in 2022 at not my course, but my hometown course, the Country Club in Boston. And then my Group 5 player, Richard Bland, who I saw win the U.S. Senior Open last year in Rhode Island, who did pretty solid in the PGA last month, who was also my Group 5 pick. So, yeah.
I'm actually very happy you went with Matt Fitzpatrick because I was torn. Like I was doing my picks.
That was really tough, man. That was a tough one.
I'm very glad that we went and did 1A and 1B because now I can be like, all right, that works for me. Because it was really bothering me, like seeing him there and not picking him, but it was the same thing. The value was just too good.
Yeah.
It didn't matter about.
All right, so we got a little side game here. So if Zane sinks his putt, Andrew has to bet $5,000 on his pick to win the U.S. Open. So Zane, take it away.
Yeah, $5,000. You got
all right, guys.
$5,000, yep.
So I'm gonna shy away from Scotty because that just doesn't seem like good value to you guys. We're gonna go ahead and go with Ben Griffin for winning. If I'm gonna go ahead and sink this putt. So let's see if I can flip this camera around.
Andrew about to declare for title whatever bankruptcy if he makes it.
Right.
Oh, beautiful day.
Can y'all see that?
Yes.
That's a little too close.
Kind of. We'll be able to see if it disappears, goes in the hole.
Drops?
Yeah, it drops.
All right. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. We're about 22 feet right here. Just like right to left breaker on me. Back up the hill.
Nope.
I missed it low.
Dude, bad read, bro.
No. Read, just bad putt.
Oh, okay, bad. Wait, show your shoes for a second. I think I have those same ones.
The FJ Flags?
Yeah, dude, I literally have those.
There you go.
That's sick. I love them. I like the color.
Oh, yeah. Great 2-putt.
Yeah, good 2-putt.
I
Okay,
can
so.
take Andrew putt or bet $5,000 on the bank.
Yeah, so Andrew saved a $5,000. We didn't say what currency, by the way. We didn't say what currency.
Just 5,000 pennies.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Andrew, how much time we got left?
The timer hasn't started yet, so we got more than 10 minutes.
Oh, sweet.
We got plenty of time.
All right. Should we talk a
20
little
minutes.
Panthers?
Carolina
Panthers return.
Little Panthers. The Rat King. Brad Marchand, dude. Coming for that consummate. I don't know about that, but dude, 2 breakaway goals, one of them shorty, man. Panthers are 2 wins away from going back to back.
Yeah, dude.
What do y'all think?
Last game was like it was. So I've definitely been watching the hockey games more than the NBA, but the Oilers played like crap Monday night, and then they played so bad, and then how Florida gets into like opponents' heads. Did you watch that game? I know you were. No, you were at the Rays game.
I was at the Red Sox. I was at the Rays game. Yeah.
So, dude, I mean, they just fought at the end pretty much the whole time. Like, I would say at least six Oiler players got kicked out. It was just...
Ejected?
Yeah, because they were just fighting.
Oh, yeah.
They were
No,
just
it
fighting.
was a straight fist fight.
Dude, they were just... It didn't matter
They were
what it
not
was.
happy losing 6-1. They were not happy.
When did this happen? At the end of the game?
I mean, it was the whole third quarter, or the whole third period, pretty much.
I didn't even know you could get ejected in hockey.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
it's a game misconduct. Any game misconduct can kick the player out.
So what they do? Do they take cheap shots?
Yeah, just being like there was like one Oilers player was like taking water from the water bottle and literally spraying it like on like the Florida's bench and stuff like that. It was just like dumb stuff.
Wow.
Like
anyone get suspended for the game 4?
Not that I've seen.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, like it was just pure domination game. Like not even.
Wow.
It was. I think it was, what, 3-1 or something like that at the end of the first period. So, like I scored quick. I mean, Marchand scored like a couple minutes.
Yeah,
in.
he scored a minute into the game.
Yeah, like
maybe a minute.
It was over before it
Wow.
started.
Yeah.
So when you say Marchand for like the Conn Smith Award for like the MVP,
Yeah.
like that's not far fetched at all.
It's not.
Nah,
it's
he's
really
been killing
not.
it.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
He's been absolutely killing
You
it.
got the overtime winner the other game 1 or 2, right?
Yeah, he got the overtime winner.
Game 2.
Yeah. So, but did you guys you see the bettor? There's like a bettor out there that needs OKC and Edmonton to win like $219,000 or something like that.
Yeah. So he bet what? Eagles to win Super Bowl, Dodgers World Series, and I think there's one other team.
Yeah, New York Liberty, the women's team.
Yeah.
And so he bet like $13, and he was actually at game 3 for the Panthers. It was at like 107,000 was the cash out option.
After or before game 3?
Before.
Oh,
So
I mean it's only one game. It's still 2-0. I'm 2-1.
I would have cashed out 100,000.
Yeah. Yeah. What could he win?
That's like 219, I think.
Oh, I definitely cash out.
Yeah,
Dude, not even
just
close.
do it. I mean, you put $13 on it.
Yeah.
I mean,
But that rush just has to be insane.
I know. I couldn't even like. I can't go.
I'd throw up.
Yeah, I have a hard time like placing bets like that would finish the next day because I get too anxious.
Yeah,
I couldn't
I know.
imagine waiting this long for a bet to like
Yeah.
to finish it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. But I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, they're still in South Florida, for game 4. And I mean, every game is a must win, but it's definitely a must win.
Is it a must win or a can't lose?
It's a must win, dude.
It's a must win.
It's a must
Okay.
win. That's how you have to go into it, with the mindset of a
Is
must
Nicky
win.
Nicky Smokes on the glass again?
I don't know.
I hope.
I don't know. Did you apparently see that him and what's his face, Ryan Whitney, were getting into it like after in the car?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. He gets into it with everyone.
I know. What a guy.
All for that guy not cashing out. Like, are you kidding me? It was what? $5, $25.
Yeah, I think I just said 13.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I swear it was something like, it wasn't more than 20 at least.
Not 1,300. That's $13.
Yeah, just $13 to win like.
Yeah, $13 to win 200 grand.
Yeah.
But I don't care if it's. I'm just gonna let it ride regardless.
That's
Yeah.
great. I'm
Really?
I'm cash, if it's over 100 grand, I'm cashing out.
Why? Well, I mean, I guess you could cash it out and then bet a two-legger between the two teams to.
I just feel like the
make up for
difference.
that. But
The difference between having $0 and $100,000 versus $100K and $200K is like astronomical.
Agree.
eh,
Yeah. Okay.
$13? Not really.
No, I'm just saying,
It's
like in
like-
terms of life, like.
Fair enough, but it's off $13. Do you want the taxes off of grand, or do you want the tax collector grand?
Yeah, I guess it depends where this kid lives.
It's got to be South Florida if he was at the Panthers game. I doubt Deke.
Or like I bet he's probably, I don't know. Once those people get like that attention, they find ways to go. They get to the game.
That's what I wonder if like DraftKings, whatever that, they would probably pay for tickets. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah,
But
they're
they-
like, yeah. You used
but-
our app to place a bet. 'Cause,
Yeah.
You know.
I doubt they would pay for like flight and hotel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, probably not.
That's why I'm assuming he'd probably live close.
Tickets for the game for sure, but
Yeah, and it's not like he wasn't on the glass or anything like that. I don't know exactly how far away he wasn't like, but he wasn't up in like the nosebleeds either though.
No.
But speaking of nosebleeds though, the UFC fights were this past weekend, and O'Malley lost again. This is very disappointing being an O'Malley fan.
done. He's done.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
my friend texted
Yeah, dude.
my friend texted me and said he should go to boxing, and I was like, no.
Yeah, I could see O'Malley going to like a Jake Paul kind of situation where,
Yeah.
he just is in it for the money at this point, but he won his belt, he lost his belt, he's not going to win it back.
No.
So,
Marab's unstoppable, at least in that weight class.
oh, for sure.
With the,
For
with the-
sure. Unless O'Malley goes up to 145, maybe even 155, I don't see him getting another belt. I don't see him, doing anything to expand on his so-called legacy.
yeah.
But yeah, unless he goes up a weight class or two, I don't see him expanding on it at all.
Yeah, I think the worst thing is like watching it. Like you saw like the work O'Malley actually put in. Like he defended like all of like round 2. He defended really well. Like he truly did. Like you could see he worked on it. He got a lot better at defending. But then in Marab's defense, you see that Marab really did well like training for boxing, like actually swinging hits and making some moves and stuff like that. And if Marab can like actually nail that down to like a T, in which he's won 13 straight now. I mean, he just becomes like unstoppable in what you saw. So there's nothing.
Marab is
Yeah.
unstoppable at 135.
I mean, and what is he?
There's no way that there's anybody his size or larger in that weight class that can stop him. The only person that can stop him is somebody his height or shorter and stockier that can beat him in a ground game.
Yeah.
And with him training in the gym he trains at with, Sterling and other UFC kind of fighters, I highly doubt that to be the case.
Yeah. He's beaten everyone in that weight class twice now. I think is what they were saying. Like, what does
At
he?
least twice.
Yeah. What does he even do now? Someone was saying like like a Conor fight, and someone's like Conor was like scared to take that. Not Conor McGregor.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say,
Not McGregor. No, it was someone else named Conor as well. But someone said he was like scared to take that fight already.
Like Poirier or no?
No, I don't remember his name off the top of my head. It wasn't anyone that I've heard before. I'm pretty sure. I think his last name was like Connor.
Last name.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure though who they were talking about. But Amanda Nunes coming back though and fighting that one girl is gonna be pretty.
Yeah.
They might headline their own card.
Yeah, we were saying that on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, the girl has some. Yeah, she is strong.
Whew, she's scary.
Yeah.
I'd be scared.
Is it Holland? I think it's Holland.
Kayla Harrison.
Yeah, the one that she
Harrison.
fought. Yeah, she fought the second fight, the second belt fight.
Juliana Pena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She destroyed her.
Harrison's gonna kick some ass for sure.
She'll be.
It's just somebody who's, shorter, stockier than the rest, and in that pace, they can. Whether it's the ground game, they can take somebody down and hold their own just because of the lower center of gravity, or outbox them in the center because they can get within their opponent's reach and just put face to face. That other players or other opponents may want to try and put the takedown, but if you get within their reach and you're a shorter, stockier fighter, you've got a much better chance of winning any sort of fight than if you were lengthier and taller.
Yeah, Andrew, how much time we got left?
Oh, we got about 7 minutes.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I do want to mention before we get into some other things, though, the Bengals. By the way, Des, you don't need to text me back because I figured out what it was.
Oh, sorry.
No,
sorry,
you're good.
guys.
The Bengals just being a terrible organization. So the thing with Shamar Stewart, obviously they're not re-signing or extending Trey Hendrickson, but their first round pick, they added their own line, their own bylaw in their thing where it said if he has any defaults, which means if he fails drug test or gets suspended or anything like that,
Physicals.
they could take away his fully guarantees as a rookie.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they're adding into the contract, and that's why Shamar Stewart's no, that's not anyone else's contract. It's never been.
That's actually I'd be pissed. Does he have a bad history? Does he have a legal history? Or
I don't think so. I think it's the Bengals just being cheap.
It's the Bengals being cheap. They see this. They see the kind of, I don't want to say trajectory, what younger generations are on, and do that. They're like, well, if you get suspended or if you get, they don't want a DeMarcus Russell situation. They don't want a Johnny Manziel situation. Now, for a linebacker, that's not going to be the case ever.
Yeah.
But for kind of a top, and I get it, it's a first round pick. You're signing 4 years guaranteed. That if that's not something you want to do as a organization, then you got to figure it out for sure.
Yeah, but this is.
Remember.
Sorry,
go ahead, Andrew.
But this is what you do. You spend because they didn't make the playoffs, right? So you take January to April, and this is what you do. You study. You go in. You review who you think you can draft. You review the records, everything they've done, character. There's character assessments, all this stuff now, so you can make the correct pick that goes into it. If they felt they had character problems, he would have fallen in the draft. We saw the Laramie Tunsil thing happen a few years ago. Johnny Manziel,
So do you think if the Eagles put something into their contract for Jalen Carter, that there would be as much of a blowback as there is now?
I think 100%.
I don't think he's signed it.
But they didn't.
How so?
What? Because that's why would you do that? Regardless, that's kind of fucked towards the players. That's never been. It's just who wants to be the first guinea pig to do it.
Stay out of trouble and you're fine.
They should just lower. They should just make it they should lower the guarantee money, but not take it away entirely. That's so dumb.
That's what he's saying. He doesn't want to be the first person to do it. He doesn't want to be the guinea pig, which makes sense.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I
I
don't blame.
completely get that.
It's only
I
gonna
don't blame them at all.
like it's
But look, on the organization side of it, I don't blame them
Yeah.
in that if you stay out of trouble, there's no reason not to sign. If you're expecting yourself to get into trouble, or that there's the expectation that, hey, I might get into trouble, then I'm not going to sign this contract.
Dude, the Bengals are so cheap. The owner, I don't know if it's still true. Probably not, but like I think it was Joe Burrow's rookie year. He was saying like on Tuesdays and Thursdays, like the cafeteria is closed, so they like work out for 4 hours, be starving, and they just have like a few Uncrustables that they could like scout for, like fight for, and that was it. And like some of these dudes live like probably in nice areas, probably not like in Cincinnati, so you have to drive like an hour home or whatever after you just work out. And like this is fucking ridiculous, bro. Like the owner only has $8 billion,
I get it. Obviously, you can make the argument for both sides, right? Like, obviously, you can make the argument for the organization. Like, we're putting all of our faith and money into you. We just want to make sure that you keep it that way. But then you can also argue the players' way. But the way I more so see it is, I again don't want to be the guinea pig. Like, I don't want to be the first person to have to do it. It makes just to kind of spring it on them is kind of insane too.
Yeah.
Like that would be
definitely. If it happened to a second or third round pick, like we'd fully guarantee it. We'll fully guarantee your second round contract, but if you get into any sort of trouble, we'll avoid it. I get that, but going to a first round where, due to the CBA, all the first rounds are fully guaranteed contracts. That's the whole thing. Is it's fully guaranteed or it's not fully guaranteed?
I think it's fully guaranteed.
If the Bengals are trying to save them, I know that it's fully guaranteed.
It's rhetorical.
If they sign it, but I'm just saying that if it's any issues arise, that
because dude, what if like
organization can get out of it, then they can get out of it.
Yeah, like I'm sure he made some good cheddar like with NIL, but like what if he gets accused of something or like falsely accused or whatever, falsely arrested, and then there goes his contract and he's like not living on the streets, but like he has no NFL money. That'd be insane.
No, totally. Which is why if I remember correctly, and if I read up on it correctly, the avoidable situation is only if he's charged. Only if there's a conviction or if there's a situation that arises that keeps him off the playing field. And with the Players Association, we've seen it happen with Deshaun, we've seen it happen with Ray Rice, that unless that there's a substantial proof, it'll take over a year for them to kind of get that situation figured out.
Well, you better dare not deflate footballs or else that's 4-game suspension. One of my clients had a shirt that came in and it said more probable than not and just had the 6 Super Bowl banners. It was so sick. Jeez. And I saw those 6 Super Bowl banners at Gillette Stadium when I saw this motherfucking Star Wars last night. So we suck now, but sometimes you just gotta live in the good old days sometimes.
Yeah.
Gotta reset, for sure.
Yeah.
As a Seattle fan, it only lasted about 2 or 3 years. Could have been a whole lot longer if we handed it off to Ball's gone, but I get that situation totally.
Yeah. Sorry to steal one from you, Zane.
That's crazy.
Hey.
What the hell?